What are you cooking today, Miss Martha? I'm making chicken almondine. I'm kind of like under pressure here because I still don't have my new refrigerator in yet. It's had to be special order so it could fit in the built-in cabinet area over there. My poor old girl, my little 8-year-old refrigerator, she died the other day. God rest her soul. But I'm having to cook meal to meal, which is something that I used to do a long time ago when penny pinching, but nowadays I've gotten to the habit of I like to cook family style. That way I'll have leftovers for the next day and I don't have to spend 3 hours the following day in the kitchen creating another magnificent meal for my husband to enjoy after working all day. He never has complained about leftovers in 34 years of marriage, so I know he likes them. He thinks it's just as good the second day as it is the first day. And third day on some occasions. But let's get to the list of ingredients that we've got today. I've got the little chicken wingette. I've got 4 pounds. I know that sounds like that's a lot of chicken, but you know, half of that's bone. But that's the best little chicken flavor wise to go into this recipe. I'm using a combination of sesame oil and olive oil to fry off the chicken wings. First things first, I'm going to have to rinse the chicken wings over there in cool water and pat them dry, and I'll bring them back over here. I will season them a little bit with Mrs. Dash table blend, no salt in that, and a little bit of the chicken seasoning. Just a little bit, maybe half teaspoon each on it. Dust them real lightly in that. No flour, no breading on it because we're trying to save calories in the dish. And I will fry them off, not cooked thoroughly. I'm just going to brown them on each side, remove them from the grease, and save the grease that I have, the drippings that I have, because not the seasoning pack, but just the rice from the Spanish style rice here. I will put the rice in and 1 cup of almond slivers in, and I will brown those off until they start absorbing all of the oil. At that point, I will add in a pepper onion blend and 2 drain cans of chopped green chilies. I'll stir that really well until it's all starting to, because there's a little bit of liquid because those are frozen peppers, until it's all starting to dry out. And at that point, I will add in 1 carton of chicken stock, 1 can of coconut milk, 2 packs of chicken gravy, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder. If you notice, there's no salt because there's already salt in the little chicken flavor. There's a little bit of salt in the gravy mix, so you can't get by that. And I'll add back in the seasoning packet that came with this. And there's a little bit of sodium content in that as well. So at that point in time, it's starting to look like a soup. I'll add the chicken back into it so it can all just bubble on down, and I'll leave it uncovered and then cook for about an hour. When it's ready to be served, I'll add in 1 stick of butter and 1 little container of non-fat plain yogurt to make it creamier. And we'll serve it with a little side helping of whatever vegetables I have in the garden that I can pull off for us to eat here. Because like I said, I'm living from a cooler. I got our Diet Cokes and our Sprites in a little cooler here so we don't get dehydrated. A bottled water as well, so we have something to drink. And out there, I've got a small little refrigerator out there that I'm keeping a few little perishables in the garage at this time. So if you'll give me a minute, I'm going to go prep the chicken and we'll be right back. Okay, the chicken's been prepped and seasoned. Oil's been heated up to temperature in the pan. You know, these cooking every little night dishes like this is a simple, easy little dish as well. It's so much quicker and easier to make. You think you're saving money at the grocery store because when you get to the checkout, you're only buying 1 little meal's worth of food. That was nothing. Take into consideration, I got to go back to the grocery store the very next day, get something cooked that night. I know there are people that do that. That's their lifestyle. Whatever works for you. Same thing like with this recipe, whatever works for you. We kind of watch our sodium content around here because the adults in the house, well, the parents, my son's an adult, but we got a little bit of high blood pressure. He doesn't, we do. We gotta watch sodium content. Almost all in there. I did it by times because I didn't want to put that water and let it splatter on me everywhere. Okay, we're gonna brown this on each side and flip it over. I'm gonna go wash the bowl so I have a clean bowl to take the chicken out into. I'll be right back. Still waiting on the chicken. And you don't have proper refrigeration, which I could make room out there, but it's so far to walk all the way out to the detached garage every time I want a little this or a little that. It's easier to come in and cook it when I get it home from the market, since I'm, refrigerator impaired at this moment. It will keep better as I already cooked food up there on the counter for the next 2 hours till my husband gets home from work, than to let the raw chicken sit out for 2 hours. Safety first. It's too hot. I've done this before in the casserole dish, covered it with foil and it baked in the oven. It is too hot to cut the oven on. So, stovetop nails. Keep frying the chicken. You hang in there. Go get a cup of coffee. I'll see you in a minute. I can almost take the chicken out, but I'll divert myself with a little side story here for a second. These are black-eyed Susans. They came from my mother's estate, which she was raised on a farm. There were 14 children, 11 of them made it to adulthood. And she took a patch with her when she got married in her home. And when I got married, she dug me up a little patch from her home, and I took them to my home. So these are the original flowers from the Harris Estate, Bear Swamp, North Carolina. Black-eyed Susies, my mama's favorite. They're like a little daisy. I used to always do the little, he loves me, yeah, y'all did that with daisies. Her birthday's July, that's why I was thinking about her. It's been over 10 years since she's passed away, but my mother instilled the love of cooking within me. Okay, go ahead, I'm going to remove the chicken, and we'll pick back up and we'll put in the rice and the almonds, and then the peppers. Let's add the rice. And the almonds. So they soak up all the grease. About 5 minutes, we'll pick back up. Okay, once you were careful to get all the lovely bits up off the bottom of the pan, add your pepper and onion blend in. And chilies. There's a little bit of water content here, though I drained them. You don't let it splash on you. Don't have a little too hot water. Kitty cats under the feet, and it can splash on. We're going to stir that in well. Smells delicious. Look how beautiful that is. Look how colorful. Okay. Clean up a little bit here. Wipe my hands down. We'll be right back. Okay. Got a little bit of moisture content from the frozen peppers and from the drained chilies. That helps you get up the rest of what's stuck to the bottom of the pan there. Because that's your lovely bits. Oh, that's your lovely bits. We're going to add in our can of coconut milk. Don't let it splash on you. And our carton of unsalted chicken stock. Save on the salt content wherever you can. Some of these things just already come with salt in it. You can't help it. If you're not watching your sodium content, when you make the recipe, there's always a chance with Miss Martha you're going to see me do my seasoning check. Obviously, you can't do it on the raw chicken. You can do it on your broth to see if you want to add more salt to your dish. I make this all the time, so I know it already tastes well. Okay, we're going to let this come back to a boil, and we're going to add in our gravy mix, our onion powder, our garlic powder. Then we'll put the chicken back in, And we'll let it sit here and cook for another, it's already been going for a little while, so another 35 minutes or so. And we'll add in the last ingredients, which are the butter, the plain yogurt, and just a titch of almond extract. I'll pause the video again now while I'm waiting for this to come to a boil. Okay, as you can see, it's come back to a boil. Ooh, that's better over the shirt. Oh well. Add our 2 packs of chicken gravy. We're going to add 1 tablespoon garlic powder. Oops. 1 tablespoon onion powder. We're going to stir this until it dissolves. We're going to turn it down to simmer. We're going to put our chicken back in. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're going to turn it down to simmer. Whew, see if I can get this chicken back in here without splashing it all over me. There we go. Pull it away. See? If you did a good enough job of scraping your pot earlier on, you're not going to have anything stick to the bottom. So that's why you have to be diligent to get all those little lovely bits up off the bottom. We're just going to let this simmer uncovered until it thickens up a little bit, until the chicken starts falling off the bone, and we'll add in the last ingredients, which are 1 stick of butter, 1 small little container of plain non-fat yogurt, and 1 little teaspoon of almond extract. Whew. That was easy, wasn't it? We'll put it back up in a minute so you can see the completed dish. Oh, goody, goody, goody. The plumber's here to fix the water line. He's my good friend Dean. He's an Instagram follower. I don't think he wants to be on camera, though. I'm waiting for the chicken to finish simmering. Okay, the rice is tender. The chicken's starting to fall off the bone. Let's finish this dish. Let's add our little stick of garlic butter. Second. A little container of non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. Okay. Another teaspoon. 1 little teaspoon of almond extract. Stir that all together. And go ahead and turn it off. You just stir it till your butter melts. This is where I'll do my little seasoning check. You should too. I haven't added any salt to the dish. There's just whatever salt came in with the chicken gravy or the seasoning that was on the rice. Chipped up a bit there. I want the dogs to get that. Do a little piece. Come on, drip some. Okay, I enjoyed cooking with you today. Another simple dish. Chicken almondine. Thank you for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. What I really hope is that you'll try to make the dish yourself one day. It's easy. Come on, you can do it. God bless.